Hi, I'm Hailey. I am a licensed clinical professional counselor with a conditional license. I do telehealth therapy. I typically work with clients between the age of 13 and like 60 or so. I tend to gravitate towards the LGBTQ plus community. I'm a member myself. I also like to work with people who are struggling with parental issues, especially in the LGBTQ community. I also work with people who have ADHD, as well as work with people with anxiety and depression. I use an integrative approach, and what that means is that I don't use any one specific type of modality. I kind of grab bits and pieces from all of them and I utilize them in a way that kind of forms a individualized approach to care, whether it be CBT, DBT, the nutritional mental health approach, somatics, ACT, a lot of those fun acronyms that everybody is like, what the heck is that, right? Something that I love about therapy is like, I get to remind you that, yes, maybe you feel like, oh, like I'm so thankful for you. And I'm like, I appreciate the things that you're doing, right? But I get to remind you, like, hey, man, like, I'm not the one doing the work. You are. Don't give your credit to me because you're the one doing the work. And I think that's so important for people to recognize in therapy. And it's one of my favorite parts. I just meet people where they're at. I'm just real. I'm a human being. I think things are funny. I'll cry with you, man. Like if something's really hard and I feel it too with you, like I'm not the type of therapist that's going to be blank slate and have no emotion. Like I'm going to feel those with you. We're going to work through those together. We're going to talk about it. I just want people to feel super comfortable and like they can show up as themselves. The first couple sessions is a lot of questions. We typically do an interview style of an intake so that I can get context. We can kind of talk about a little bit of life experiences, maybe laugh together, get to know one another. Then for our like second session, maybe it's a little bit harder and we talk about some of the harder things, but at least like during the first session, we got to know each other enough to gauge whether or not you feel comfortable enough to talk about those things. And if you don't, that's okay, because maybe we'll get to it later on down the road. We don't have to force those things to be talked about in the first couple sessions because we're still getting to know each other. Comfort and trust and building those things are probably one of the most important parts of therapy in the therapeutic relationship. If you don't have that, then it's really hard to connect and it's really hard to make any changes.